Hey everyone, it's Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you my recent reads, numbers 51 to 60. So, number 51 is A Memory Called Empire by Arkady Martine. This was a Space Sirens book club pick, and it's a really intricate sci-fi novel. It deals with linguistics and the poetry of language in a really interesting way, and it meshes it with this world so flawlessly. I didn't know if I would like it or not because I've had friends on both sides that either liked it or didn't like it, and I loved it. I gave this one 4 stars. Number 52 is Jamelia by Chingiz Aitmatov and translated by James Riordan. The author is from Kyrgyzstan, so this is a translated work for my translated works project. I did not expect to like this book as much as I did. There's a blurb on the front that says the most beautiful love story I've ever read, and it is a love story, but not in the traditional sense. You have 2 protagonists. Society doesn't want them to be together, so we explore their relationship of their love story, but within their community and how it's affecting other people. Also get to see the day-to-day life of these characters. And there's another smaller plot woven in. It's one of those where when I first finished it, I knew I liked it, but as I got away from it and thought about it, I really liked it. And it's one of those books that I still think about, even though I read it months ago. So I give that one 4 out of 5 stars. Number 53 is Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. This one is based on a true story. It's about the last female that was executed in Iceland, I believe. I also did not expect to like this one as much as I did. It's very atmospheric, and the writing is really beautiful, but not in a purple prose kind of way. It's kind of like The Book Thief, like you know what's going to happen and you can't stop it, but the journey there is so interesting. I cried at the end, of course, but I gave that one 4 out of 5 stars. Number 54 is The Great Passage by Shion Miura, translated by Juliet Winters Carpenter. And this is a Japanese author. I read it for Invisible Cities for Japan. This one deals with linguistics and writing a dictionary, which doesn't sound all that interesting, but it's actually quite good. I really enjoyed the characters, and I really enjoyed the writing. It was, I hate to use the word simplistic, but it was purposeful. And I really enjoyed that. So I gave that one 4 out of 5 stars. Number 55 is The Curious Case of Dasukin's Trousers, which is by Fouad Lowry, Layla Lalami, and translated by Emma Ramadan. I read this for Invisible Cities for Morocco. And this was a collection of short stories. There were some in there that I really enjoyed, but there were a lot in there that I thought were just okay. It was an entertaining read, but I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Number 56 is The King of Crows by Libba Bray, the 4th and final book in the Diviner series. I put off reading that for like a year because I did not want the series to end. It's one of my favorite series. And I will say, it wasn't exactly what I expected. The ending was very different than what I thought it would be. So that's why I took off a star. And I felt like it was a hair long, But I did really enjoy it, and I loved being back with these characters and seeing all these plot threads being tied up and just finding out all the answers that I needed. So I definitely reread the series. I would reread this one again, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Number 57 was Murder in G Major by Alexia Gordon. This is book 1 in the Gethsemane Brown series, and it's about a musician. It's a cozy mystery series, and this musician goes to Ireland and gets a teaching job. The house that she is in has a ghost that helps her solve the crime, and the ghost and the crime end up being connected. And overall, it was really enjoyable. It is by an author of color, and she also is a musician, so that was really interesting to see all those tidbits and facts throughout the book, and it was really entertaining. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Number 58 was Miracles on Maple Hill by Virginia Sorensen. This is a middle grade book. It was so charming and comforting and cozy. I'd never read it before. I read it for the first time this year, and it was so sweet. So I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Number 59 was The Dead Secret by Wilkie Collins. I read this for Kate House Read Along Most Victorian Patreon, and I was a little disappointed by this one. I've read The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins, and I absolutely loved that book. This one was a hair disappointing. This housemaid ends up being privy to this secret from the house matron, and the lady of the house ends up dying. And so it becomes a dead secret. And there were some entertaining moments, and I did enjoy the mystery of it. It just wasn't as good as I thought it would be. So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And number 60, Grace Against the Clock by Julie Hizzy. This is the 5th book in the Manor House mystery series. This one was pretty good. The main character, Grace, is a curator in a historical manor house, and as per usual in a cozy mystery, somebody dies. She gets involved in the investigation and helps solve the mystery. Pretty cut and dry, but I had a good time reading it. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. So, have you read any of these? If so, please let me know down below. And if you've made it this far, but don't have anything to add, drop a book emoji down below. As always, if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button if you'd like. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.